I don't know how long you play this, Kurt.
We're doing this. Well, we should first say this is Kurt and Jen in the morning podcast.
It's been a rough morning. We've been trying to, I don't know why we're having so many technical difficulties with Zoom, but it's been rough. We've recorded this thing 4 times now.
Yeah, yeah, and still, I don't know if your music is coming through or not yet, Jen. So we'll find out, I guess, after the fact.
We're trying to do music, but you're not hearing it though, right?
I'm not hearing it. We did everything that we're supposed to before anybody says you guys are just dumb. Did everything we're supposed to, and yet for some reason it is not helping. It's not cooperating. Let's just put it that way.
But you know what? We still have a great show. And
Yeah.
if you miss the music and you're watching on YouTube, you can always get the real show audio only because Kurt will add music in because he's smart like that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. He'll do that.
That's how that's going to roll.
Now we are doing this remotely because Jen is in Suncadia.
I am. I'm in Cleellum area on a girls' weekend. It's we started yesterday afternoon. It was fun. It's fun to connect with girlfriends. And I haven't seen some of them. I got to pick up a couple of them from the airport
Right.
over here. And so it's just, it's a good time to connect. We'll talk more about that later, Kurt Cruz.
Absolutely.
What do we have coming up in the show today?
Well, this is a tip on how to avoid a hangover. I think you found that, so I'm looking forward to hearing that, right?
Yeah. It's outside of just not drinking. We have some other ideas.
Okay. The most popular Halloween candies in every state. We're not going to go over every state, but certainly in Washington. Also, when you sign things, do you just scribble your signature or do you actually have a signature? I know you do, Jen. You have a big J and
an EN. Yeah.
That's right. And then finally, we're asking you yesterday, what hill are you willing to die on? By that, we mean what's something in your life you're like, you know what? This is how I want it. This is how it's going to stay. I'm not changing for anything.
And it's Fun Facts Friday. I want to mention, please.
That is also true.
Because happy Friday to you, everybody. It's
happy Friday to everybody. Sure.
Friday in the morning, and here we go.
Yeah, you asked me what I was doing yesterday.
Yeah.
Is that music?
Yeah, that's music.
Got it. It was a pretty lazy day, although I am getting better as my duties temporarily, at least as house husband, at noticing things and taking care of them. That's the two-step process right there. Is that, first you have to notice that something needs to be done. And then you know what? You have to actually do it and fix it or clean it or whatever. So working on that. That's my baby steps.
Okay. Well, and yesterday we kicked off girls' weekend. This is how crazy we are with a puzzle. But we did it in record time. With all of us working on it, we did it in record time. Usually it takes us a full day to get through a puzzle, sometimes more. But we open it up, crack that puzzle open. It's a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle, and we got it together in I don't know, a couple hours. It was awesome.
It also said that part of your weekend is planning your weekend.
Well, I'm going to tell you later about our weekend plans because we hit my favorite coffee shop. Whenever I go through Cleellum, I drive past, I always stop in Cleellum and go to Pioneer Coffee Shop. I always go. It's my favorite kind of coffee. And so when I was taking 2 of the girlfriends, or 7 of us here total, we stopped and they enlightened us with things that we should be doing this girls' weekend in Cleellum. Who knew that it was such a hopping place?
Well, apparently, now that you're there, it's a hopping place, right? That's what's doing it.
But that's more on that later.
We have excitement over a Kraken win last night. Yeah, go Kraken. They beat the silly Philly Flyers. It was a great game. First of a 5-game homestand. So another game coming up tomorrow. These are all, of course, at Climate Pledge, and that'll be the Calgary Flames. And then we wanted to mention the baseball playoffs, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because these are the games that are going to determine who goes to the World Series. So the Yankees lead Cleveland 2-1, which is kind of a bummer because I'd really like to see Cleveland go. Not that I care too much, but I just feel like the Yankees always get all the attention.
Yeah, so you don't want Cleveland to win as much as you want the Yankees to lose, is what you're saying.
Right. And then the Dodgers lead the Mets 3-1, and I hope the Dodgers go.
They don't go away. They go on to the series. So because we could technically have what they're calling a subway series. If it's the Yankees versus the Mets, ultimately we could have 2 New York teams in the World Series.
I wonder if that's ever happened before. I should have looked that up before we started talking about this. As always, didn't do the full research, but I think it's interesting. They're calling it, if that happens, they're going to call it the Subway Series, and it's the best of 7. So there's more games.
Would you let me look that up while you're talking about one of the ways to avoid a hangover?
Sure. I'm going to play some music first though.
Okay. I don't know if I can't hear the music, just so you know, but
hear it because it's like I'm talking
Put that right up to the microphone, right on the mic.
I am. But maybe Zoom doesn't let you play. It says set up professional audio and audio settings. This thing is a hot mess express. Like we are in a hot mess express right now.
It's funny because it's indicating that we're professionals there in the professional audio settings. Like, we don't even know.
And you are a professional audio person.
But I'm not on your end of the computer. I'm stuck right here. Well, we'll figure it out, or we won't.
Okay, the easiest way to avoid a hangover is to just not drink, of course. But if that's impossible, a new study found that the best way to deal with hangovers might be, get this, Kurt.
What?
Get some exercise. But that doesn't mean while you're hungover. It just said it found if people don't work out much in general, they tend to have worse hangovers than people who work out for at least 30 minutes a day with moderate exercise. Any hangover will be milder. The whole philosophy is, or theory on this whole thing, is that exercise releases endorphins that up your pain tolerance. It helps you sleep better. It reduces inflammation. It ups your metabolism. I mean, there's so many good things about exercising, and it could also clear the alcohol out faster. So exercise if you're going to drink, but only if you're going to drink. I'm just kidding. Exercise no matter what. It's good for your health.
Do you want to hear about the Subway Series?
Yes.
There was a Mets-Yankees World Series in the year 2000. The season when a playoff format featured fewer teams. Now, that I don't understand. It only happened once. They're saying, and the Mets and the Yankees were in the Subway Series, the World Series, 2 New York teams. And there's the answer, which, like you said, we should always look this up prior to starting the show. We just get so excited to get started, we forget.
All right. 1 in 5 Americans just scribble when they're signing their name. 1 in 5. Do you
just scribble when they're signing their name?
Yeah.
So, well, I want to know about this because the information first is that there was a poll that asked, when you make a credit card purchase and are offered a space to sign, what do you typically do? I mean, you've got it looks like about 3/4 say that they sign an actual signature, right?
Yeah.
About 20%, there's your 1 in 5, just draw a line or scribble, and 3% leave the space blank. I don't know, you could do that. Leave it blank?
I didn't know you could leave the space blank either. But here's the thing. I don't know, maybe this is just a girl thing, but when I was a little girl, I would practice my signature mostly after I learned cursive, right? Because once you learn cursive, and I know they don't teach it anymore, it's like, okay, now I know how to do I can do a real cool signature. And so I would practice and practice until I landed on something that I really loved. And it's evolved a little bit beyond what I did, but I remember practice writing my name. I mean, I also practiced writing my name with the last name of a boy I had a crush on too, but that's a different story.
Oh, okay.
Did you do that? Did you ever practice your autograph?
I probably did when I was much younger. But mine's just a C with a line and a K with a line, basically, and a scribble at the end. Yeah, there's not much to it.
Okay.
I guess I wanted to be fast. It's like, this is but here's the thing. I'm wondering if they're saying when you have to sign, say they have you sign like an iPad or something like that, or a digital signature, and you just use your finger, like your fingernail, it's hard to do your regular signature with just your fingernail. Wouldn't you agree?
For sure it is. I mean, I think, but if you're really signing like pen to paper, is it still just scribbly scribbles? I mean, I know from my mom and my grandparents, they had, you could read their signature.
My dad as well. He had a very, an awesome signature with a big J. His first name is J, and yeah, mine is more like you can kind of make out a C for the first name and a K for the last name, and the stuff in between is sort of inconsequential.
Some people, they say the boomers, but I hate to say that.
Boomers.
Blame it on not learning cursive. So people don't have I asked Macy, my youngest, I'm like, she had to sign some documents because she got a job. So she was signing some of that legal stuff. And I'm like, she just printed her name. I'm like, you got to have a signature. And she's like, no, I'm just going to print my name. This is my signature. And she never learned cursive. So I wonder if that, I don't know. Anyway, the big deal is that the detecting fraud, they have other ways of doing it. It's just not through your signature. So whatever.
Well, there was something online saying if signing for transactions is being phased out completely,
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you think about it, this is what it says here. If you think about it, the times you've asked to sign have been declining rapidly over the past 5 years, ever since credit card companies stopped requiring signatures in 2018 because they don't even look at them anymore.
Yeah, I mean, what people don't, and a lot of people don't even sign the back of their credit cards. They'll say check ID, and people don't look at that because normally you're just topping it on top of a machine. You know what I mean? You're just
Right.
doing it.
Right. And now, of course, you've got DocuSign. You can sign almost anything official with DocuSign. So
Yeah. So
I just wonder why they decided to phase out cursive writing. One teacher said, you know what, this is dumb, I'm stopping. And then other teachers just joined in.
well, I think the digital age too, there's just so much done on the computer that why do you need to, know cursive now? That's all. All right, moving
All
on.
right. You heard this, and I even said we don't want to pick on Gen Zers, but we tend to bring that up from time to time because they're them. I don't know. Gen Zers, it says, now trust influencers more than their friends when it comes to asking, like, so they're saying, oh, you're going to buy something. All right. So 6 and 10 Gen Zers say they're fairly likely to buy something an influencer suggests, compared to only 4 and 10 say if your friend said it's a good thing to buy, that they would buy it based on their friend's suggestion.
That makes me kind of sad.
Do tell.
I only because I mean, why wouldn't you trust more the people that are in your circle versus someone you don't even know?
I,
That's
I,
probably paid to serve up something to you.
right.
So anyway, that's
I, I,
sad.
I think I would still listen to, I would just assume that an influencer had been, either paid or given a product for free. And I would still trust my friend's advice, I think, over an influencer.
Yeah.
Or how many stars it got on Amazon, like if it's 4.5 stars or whatever. And that's probably just as easy to fake.
Yeah, I look at reviews too, the number of reviews and then how many stars it has if it's legit. But yeah, I mean, robots can do that too. I'm playing music now.
Okay.
You can't hear it, probably.
Well, what's happening is the mic is cutting out when you talk, and the music's not loud enough to just, I don't know, make the mic turn on.
The music is so loud. Like, I think it's too loud. I don't have the fancy little board like you do to turn stuff down. Okay, we're not going to talk about the music anymore because hopefully either you can hear it or Kurt's going to add it. And if you want music in between the sets, like you're used to having, like in between topics, then go to the audio.
Right. Or wait until we're back together on Monday or Tuesday, right?
Right.
By the way, I should point out that it does kind of look like with your background or lack of background there that you're kind of in a hostage video.
I know, right? It does, doesn't it? And I'm wearing black.
Yes. They're treating us very well here. Everything is great. Stop it, you. Putting your hoodie on. Actually, that's pretty cute.
Hi, Dana.
Oh, there's my wife hiding in the background. Jeez.
Okay. We asked, what's the smallest hill you're willing to die on?
Right. And we had answers that we suggested yesterday. These are people saying, I'm not going to, this is what I think. This, when we say hill to die on, this is what I think. Nothing's going to change my mind on that. We had examples of somebody saying Nickelback is a great band, or Grease 2 will always be better than Grease.
No, I mean, that is so wrong, but I'm trying not to judge.
Well, the one I agreed with was that
texting
should be used for just short one-sentence messages, not elaborate conversations. So much gets lost if you're just texting. You don't have the benefit of, oh, that was a joke or whatever. You have to actually write out, that was a joke. Sorry. But I agree with that. So just use your text to say, hey, 5 minutes away or whatever, that'd be good.
Some other examples where you don't have to forgive anyone you don't want to. We've had this debate on the show before, Kurt. It's caramel, not caramel.
That's what somebody says.
Yeah, dogs belong on furniture and in beds because we owe them comfort.
I agree with that too. I mean, but also I can't keep the dogs off the bed.
Some people weighed in, like Kevin says, condiments are gross. Hot dogs and fries are perfect the way they are.
That's one sentence. Condiments are gross, period. Hot dogs and fries are perfect the way that they are. If the fries are good enough, I would say yeah, but we never find out because we're too busy dousing them in ketchup or mayonnaise or chocolate shake. Remember the people that dunk their fries into a shake?
Yep. People who correct grammar on the internet are often more annoying than those who make the mistakes.
Probably true.
Mariana said, don't use phones on speaker. What? Oh, don't use your phone on speaker in public. Use your headphones.
Agreed with that as well. This one we talked about yesterday, and you said, Jen, what? Nobody should ever blow their nose in public. Go to the bathroom or anywhere else out of earshot.
That's no. If I have to blow my nose, I mean, I'm gonna do it discreetly. I'm not gonna like air hanky onto you, but
yeah, well, maybe you've got a cute little baby sneeze, not a.
It's not even having to do with the sneeze. It's just if you have to blow your nose. Like sometimes you have a snotty nose.
Victoria.
Anyway,
Victoria said stop signs should all be replaced by a yield sign. And she suggests if you aren't paying attention, a stop sign makes no difference. If you are paying attention, yielding is sufficient.
I don't know about that one.
All right.
All right. That's enough of that.
All right. Well, how about I just do want to do the last one here because this person is obviously a pumpkin. I don't know. They're a carver or this last hill I'm going to die on. They said pumpkin carving is when you cut shapes out of a pumpkin. Pumpkin sculpting is when you remove the skin and scrape 3D shapes with the pulp. And they are not the same thing. I would have just said carving for all of it, but apparently I'm wrong.
That's a hill they're going to die on. All right.
No. Okay. So, okay. Halloween and pumpkins and stuff. Yeah. Top selling Halloween candies in every state over the past 17 years. Wow.
Tell me more.
They kept information for 17 years on this.
Like what?
This is from candystore.com.
Okay.
You think that they know what they're talking about. Candystore.com reviewed purchases, candy purchases from the past 17 years, ranking of the top 3 candies in every state. So we're not going to go through all 50 states. And it says at the top here, usually Reese's peanut butter cups are the clear #1, but this year, for the first time, they've been eclipsed by somebody else to take the top spot.
Who is it?
Lovely M&Ms.
Oh, I mean, I feel like that's like classic, right? Classic candy M&Ms.
Well, is this now, are they combining all the different M&Ms flavors? Does this include peanut? And now they've got peanut butter and coconut and all kinds of stuff. So M&Ms were #1 overall and also the most popular candy in Washington State.
Okay.
So we like the #1 candy there.
What are some other ones?
Well, Reese's Cups fell to #2. So that's #2 on the top list, and none of the states in there. I mean, Florida, Kentucky. Sour Patch Kids is #3. We've got Skittles at #4, although they are top in Alabama. They love the Skittles in Alabama. And Starburst. That's a surprise, kind of. Starburst is the #1 most popular Halloween candy in Indiana and Michigan.
That seems so weird to me. Like where?
Random. Well, how about #6? Did you see what #6 was?
No. What is it?
Hot tamales.
This is false. Who's answering these surveys? Because I would think that there'd be stuff like Butterfingers, Snickers,
well, we're getting to those.
Kit Kats.
Right. Well, let's skip over the fact that hot tamales is #6, although I've never even considered that to be a Halloween candy or a candy at all. Candy
corn's #7. I'm just reading.
People love or hate candy corns, I guess.
And who gets? Right. I don't really get Hershey's Kisses as Halloween candy typically.
It's just chocolate. It's just a little dollop of chocolate.
I know what it is. Okay, whatever.
Hershey's Mini Bars is on there, and Butterfinger was #10. Then outside of the top 10, you do have some people that wrote in with Snickers, Jolly Ranchers, Almond Joy. You hate Almond Joy. I love Almond Joy. I can't
believe someone's favorite candy, or in someone's state, Georgia and South Dakota, like Jolly Ranchers the most.
Twix is #1 in Montana, and Tootsie Pops are #1 in New Jersey.
All right. Do you want to say anything else about anything other candy?
Just the Three Musketeers is #1 in Mississippi, and who here can stand the Three Musketeers?
Why would you do Musketeers when you can have a Milky Way and get some caramel in it?
Along with the evasive nougat, which I don't even know what that is. I never come home and said, hey, let's see if we can cook up some nougat. That'd be delicious.
Okay. All right. I'm talking about dinner parties right now, and I love me a dinner party, Kurt. You know that, because I love gathering people together, and people should not be afraid to throw one. We're going to give you some hints about it, but the reason I'm bringing it up, and we've talked about this before, is loneliness is a huge epidemic right now. Like so many people are feeling lonely, and experts are saying, throw a dinner party. It's simple. It's easy to do. You got to eat anyway. It doesn't have to be big. So that's the thing. It's like, don't be afraid of gathering friends together in person, because that will help your loneliness. Gathering people. And I know some people are introverts, but still getting a little human connection is important. So throwing a dinner party is an easy way to do that. Like I said, doesn't have to be big, and things that you can do. And also don't stress out about it too, because it's your friends, right? They already love
Right.
you and they're coming into your place. Like you're opening your home. So they're going to be grateful for that. So just take it easy. You can set the scene. You don't, even without a table, like some people don't even have a table. It's okay. You can gather around a counter. You can use a large coffee table. You could just eat on a plate in your living room if you need to.
Paper plates are fine. Yeah.
Yeah, don't stress about that. Some of the other things that you can do so it's not so stressful is have beverages ready before people get there. Like have a pitcher of water ready to go. If you're going to serve a cocktail, decide on a cocktail that you can do in a big batch so it's already made, and that kind of gets the party started. When people arrive, there's already something that they can go do and serve themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're trying to decide what to have for dinner, choose a menu theme like, oh, we're going to have Italian tonight, or we're going to have Indian food, or we're going to have Chinese, and then go with tried and true, keep it simple stuff within that theme. Doesn't have to be elaborate.
Yeah.
And then just some of the other quick tips is pre-cook as much as you can the night before or days before if it'll stay. And then other great things that you can do in case there's really picky eaters that you're inviting over, have a do-it-yourself type of thing where you can do like make your own taco or salad or make your own pizza or make your own sandwich. Like people love that because then they can customize it.
Right.
Think seasonally because you got to think about what's going to be in season. Like if it's summertime and it's berry season, having berries and like whipped cream could be a great easy dessert. And then don't forget about the crock pot or Instant Pot because they can be your best friend because then it helps you not have to cook as much and you can enjoy your party. There you go. How about that, Kurt Cruz?
Very good, Jen Pierre. I'm going to go back to the beginning because now that you said all these things that I'm trying to remember, it's stressing me out. So the biggest thing is don't stress, just chill. It doesn't matter. I mean, because yeah, people are coming over. What are we going to make? It's like I'm going to put out a bowl of pretzels and some beer.
And you want to know what? That's going to be fine. And you could even just order out. Order
Yes,
it. If
I
your
like
budget
that.
will allow you to, order out for your friends because why not?
Did you also know, Jen, that it's Fun Facts Friday?
I do. And I love Fun Fact Friday.
It's one of your favorites. All right. And these ones that I grabbed today, so you're going to learn some stuff.
Right. Tell
That
me.
giraffes are 30 times more likely to get hit by lightning than people.
Okay. They're
They're
taller.
big and tall.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense, right?
What else?
The largest piece of fossilized dinosaur poo discovered is over 11 inches long and over 2 liters in volume. So is that the size of a 2 liter, soda and 11 inches
Really?
long?
I've had a pretty long poop before, and it
I was
probably
just going to say,
11 inches, but it probably isn't 2 liters in volume.
yeah, after a big, busy weekend, and maybe 11 inches. Yeah, you're like, oh, that's impressive. All right. Wearing a tie can reduce blood flow to the brain by 7.5%.
Oh, so
That's why I don't wear ties. I can't afford to lose that
no.
7.5%. That's
I'm
the
gonna,
reason, right?
I want to throw one in there. You can actually die laughing.
Mm-hmm.
You
I've
wrote
heard
that in
that.
there.
What's the deal?
And
Dying laughing?
well, you put in here a number of people have actually due to and wait.
It can cause a heart attack or suffocation, it says. Intense laughter can cause a heart attack or suffocation.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Okay.
that better be a pretty funny joke.
You also said that comets smell like rotten eggs.
Comets do smell like rotten eggs. I don't know how that matters or even how we know that.
I mean,
All right.
yeah.
People talk about horsepower. One horse usually has more than 1 horsepower. It actually found in 1993, a study found the maximum power a horse can produce is 18,000 watts, which is around 24 horsepower per horse. I know they should change the name of the horsepower to something else then, right?
I don't get that because I don't
All
really
right.
understand horsepower anyway. When they do that in cars, you mean like it has this much horsepower?
Right.
I don't understand that.
Bananas are radioactive.
Come on. What?
Bananas being rich in potassium. Every banana is actually slightly radioactive thanks to containing the natural isotope potassium 40.
You're getting very sciencey.
All right. Well, how about starfish don't have bodies? Technically, their entire bodies are classified as heads.
Huh,
They're just a head.
Yeah, just that.
And finally, your nails grow faster in hot sun. Why are you giggling?
Because you said just the head. I feel like it's just the tip.
Your nails grow faster in hot summer, probably due to increased blood flow and supply to your fingertips. Your nails grow faster in summer. Anything else, Jen?
I got nothing else for you on that, mister. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, hold on, because I'm hoping that this is all coming through on the, but it probably isn't because it's saying that it's music, so it's not going to pick it up. Let's talk about the weekend.
All right. Huskies have a bye week this week. No Huskies football. Cougs, though, play at home tomorrow against Hawaii. Do they normally play Hawaii?
I don't think so. I don't remember ever playing Hawaii, but
Well, it's all messed up now. So
yeah, it's
because
all
the
messed up.
division's changing and stuff. So anyway, the Cougs play Hawaii tomorrow at 12:30.
The Hawks play the Falcons on Sunday, kickoff at 10 a.m. But the Sounders have a big rivalry game tomorrow against Portland. And Kurt,
Kraken play Calgary tomorrow night. That'll be the second game in a 5-game homestand. I believe the game starts around 7.
I know that Smile 2, which seems like what you said. It's like it sounds like it should be a Pixar movie, but really it's a horror film. Smile 2 opens in theaters today, I think it is. And then there's limited release of Goodrich with Michael Keaton and Panda Plan with Jackie Chan. Panda Plan with Jackie Chan.
That's right. It's just fun to say, right? Tell me about this Astra Lumina thing.
Yes, I went to this last year. I was surprised because this weekend is opening weekend for it, which seems early to me, but it was funny to me because I was looking on this events page and it said, Astra Lumina is a celestial pathway of lustrous light, cosmic visions, and astral song, a walk with special effects, lighting, and sound in the Seattle Chinese Garden at South Seattle College. But you must have edited this out because it said it was overpriced.
It's an expensive walk. Yeah. A pricey walk.
It does cost money. It is pretty cool though. I have done it and it goes through the holidays. It is just a fun little, you know what it would be is a great family night out or a great date night.
Do you think it's worth the US dollars to go?
I wonder if they raised the price. It was a little spendy, but it's more about it's just the cool experience. So I feel like everything's expensive these days. You just have to choose if that's how you want to spend your money.
Well, if Astra Lumina is not quite your style, you've got the Oddities and Curiosities Expo. This, I'm going to read word for word, verbatim.
Do it.
Oddities and Curiosities Expo, where vendors sell taxidermy, preserved specimens, artwork, horror Halloween items, antiques, oddities, quack medical devices, jewelry, skulls, bones, and funeral collectibles at Washington State Convention Center. So this expo is big enough that it's going to be at the convention center with all these things I just mentioned.
And more.
And yeah, plus the ever popular more. Oddities and Curiosities Expo. I might have to actually check that out sometime.
It might actually be interesting, don't you think?
Yes, I actually do. And also it might be great people watching.
I love this. Boo in the Zoo. It's happening this weekend at Point Defiance Zoo in Tacoma. Children enjoy treats, play games, watch animals play with pumpkins, and they can wear their costumes. And of course, there's plenty. I mean, it's the season, right? It's fall. There's plenty of pumpkin patches and haunted houses and haunted experiences and corn mazes and all the fun things.
All right. Do you have anything for the weekend, Jen? I've got a cracking game to enjoy, and not much else. I think that maybe that when Dana told me that this is the last time you have to mow the lawn this season, maybe this time it actually stuck. I'm not mowing the lawn again.
The rain's supposed to start coming, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing my girls' weekend. So 7 of us friends. So yesterday was, we didn't plan it this way. But it was the 2nd anniversary of our friend going up to heaven, Stacy. She died 2 years ago. She was part of this group. In fact, she started this girls' weekend. Yeah, she was
memories then. Good memories.
And we're keeping the tradition and we love it. So we toasted her last night with her favorite carrot cake and just a fun cocktail that we had made.
Nice.
But we do our favorite things. That's one of the traditions we do at our girls' weekend, where we each bring a small little something that's our favorite thing, and then we exchange them with everybody. So I bought 6 of little gift bags that everyone will get of a couple of my favorite things. Of course you did.
Awesome. And you kicked it off with a rousing puzzle doing. You already mentioned that.
Jigsaw puzzles. Okay, so then I was telling you earlier in the show about being at Pioneer Coffee, and these women that run the place were telling us, okay, you guys got to go to do karaoke, and I think it's called Logan's. You got to go do karaoke at Logan's. And we're like, that's perfect, because the other thing we're going to do, and we're starting this year because we saw it on social media, is we drew names, and each of us bought a Vulgar t-shirt for
A what?
a vulgar t-shirt. Like
A
it's some
vulgar
kind of,
t-shirt.
it's inappropriate, right? And we have
Yes.
to wear them out. So this is the perfect place to go wear them out. And I showed, you'd seen the t-shirt that I bought the person that I drew.
Yes, but I forgot what it says
Well,
or what it reads.
she loves donuts a real lot.
That's what it says?
No, she just the person I drew loves donuts. And so mine has I 2 fingers sticking up, and it has a pink frosted donut on 2 of the fingers, and a chocolate covered donut on the pinky finger.
Just don't even say it.
It's the
No.
shocker with donuts.
Don't. It is a family program. All right. Well, you certainly satisfied the vulgar t-shirt end of things.
I can't wait to give it to her. She's gonna die. I love it.
Right. Well, maybe you can wear that again on Sunday because Dana and I are coming up because your hot firefighter boyfriend's having a birthday.
Yeah, Pat's birthday's on Sunday. Happy early birthday, honey, if you're listening, which I hope he is. Yeah, we're going to celebrate his birthday up in Cedro Woolley at his property. So you'll be able to see his property, Kurt.
Is he going to make me spread hay all over the place?
Maybe. Or chocolate. No,
we'll help. Fun. That'll be our birthday present. We'll help for 15 minutes.
It's a paella party.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I love paella. Fantastic.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
So you're talking about your girls' weekend, and of course, guys also have guys' weekends every now and again.
Yeah.
And what we want you to do, everybody, for Monday is how about what do you do on your guys' or girls' weekend? Okay. Because now, Jen, you just had a lot of good suggestions there. I mentioned to you earlier, though, that sounds more like a bachelorette party. You were showing me, hey, check out these cups that we got special and these napkins, and they all featured a certain
body part.
Phallic thing. So what do you do on your guys' or girls' weekend?
And here's the thing. I know that not everybody does that. So I know that I'm very blessed to be able to have an opportunity like this. I hope that you're able to create that for yourself and your friends. Kurt, you said, I love spending time with my wife.
Well, that is true. And I thought what I said about the guys' weekend, and you said, you're going to say that again, aren't you? And I was like, no, I'm going to forget what it was. And I think it was, oh, no, guys don't, because you were saying it's a good, I was like, well, what do you do? You're like, it's a good opportunity to get together and share your things with your girlfriends. Like, well, guys don't share things. We keep it bottled up inside the way it's supposed to be.
No,
yes,
that is not true.
That's what we do.
Don't say that, Kurt.
And we like it like that.
Don't put that out in the universe. It's a great opportunity to connect with friends. And it doesn't mean you don't want to be with your partner at all.
You told me to put that out in the universe.
No, you said it's supposed to be that way. And I'm like, no, it's not. Keeping your feelings inside is not supposed to be that way. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Guys, that is the end of our show. I'm going to try to play this music. I don't know if it's going to work, Kurt. I feel like nothing's working today, but that's okay. We're making the best of it. You'll put the music in if it's not there. We want you to have a really great weekend. I mean, we want you to make good memories no matter what you're doing.
Make good choices.
No, I wanted to say have fun and spend time with people that you love. And yes, make good choices, find joy, and spread kindness. And we hope to see you back on Monday if you'll come back.
Have a great weekend.